This is a perfect recipe for all the cake lovers. What if I showed you a recipe where you could make a perfect chocolate sponge cake in a pressure cooker? Follow this easy recipe that's shown step by step and each ingredient shown perfectly so that you could end up making a perfect soft sponge cake, as you can see in the video how soft it turned out to be. The ingredients that we require to make the chocolate sponge cake are 1 cup of all-purpose flour, that's Maida, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Here I'll be using dark cocoa powder, 1 cup of powdered sugar. Then half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt. These were all the dry ingredients. The wet ingredients that we will be using are 1 egg at room temperature, half a cup of cooking oil, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence and half a cup of lukewarm milk. Add an egg to a large mixing bowl and whisk it. I'm using a hand whisk for this recipe. Then to this add in the powdered sugar. Give it a really good whisk until both are well combined. Whisk the two at least for 2 to 3 minutes so that both are really well combined. Then to this add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. The vanilla essence is added here to get rid of the egg smell. So don't forget to add the vanilla essence here. Once these three ingredients are well combined, then to this add in half a cup of cooking oil. I'm using the normal cooking oil which does not have any aroma. Give it a good mix until you see everything is well combined. Once all the ingredients are well combined, sift in the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. So add in 1 cup of flour, that's Maida, and then the cocoa powder and the salt, the baking powder and the baking soda. Remember to sift the dry ingredients to get rid of any lumps or particles. This is a very important step to get a good textured sponge cake. Give it a good mix and then sift in the dry ingredients. Once all the dry ingredients are added to the wet ingredients, give it a mix and add in the lukewarm milk in batches. So add in half the milk and start giving it a good mix. Keep mixing it until you see that the dry ingredients are well incorporated into the wet ingredients. Then add in the remaining milk and give it a final mix until you see that everything is well combined. Until you obtain a smooth cake batter like this as shown in the video. This is the perfect consistency of the cake batter that we desire. To bake a cake in a pressure cooker, all you need to do is add salt to the base of the pressure cooker. I'm adding in around half a cup of salt to the base. Once you have added in the salt to the base of the pressure cooker, keep a small steel bowl or any other ring. Cover the lid of the pressure cooker and do not place any weight over it. Preheat it on a medium to low flame for around 10 minutes. Meanwhile, take a small cooking pot which is available at home. I am showing this for those who do not have a baking pan at home. So apply oil and make sure you grease the oil around all the surfaces of the cooking pot that you will be taking. And then to the base of the cooking pot add in a small parchment paper. Pour the cake batter into the cooking pot that you will be using. Give it a tap to get rid of any air bubbles if present. Once the pressure cooker is preheated and ready, carefully place the cooking pot into the pressure cooker. As you can see that you should be able to cover the lid of the pressure cooker once you place in the cooking pot. Cover the lid of the pressure cooker. As I told before, we will not be using any weight while we are baking the cake in the cooker. The perfect time for the cake to be well baked in the pressure cooker is 30 to 35 minutes. First 5 minutes on a medium to low flame and then the next 25 to 30 minutes on a low flame. The time for baking is extremely important so that you don't burn the base of the cake. The perfect way to check if your cake is baked is by using a toothpick. So if it comes out clean, that is an indication that your cake is well baked. This is one of the easiest cake recipes that I have shared and the results turned out really good. As you can see, the sponge cake turned out really soft. And stay tuned for more such recipes. This was the final look of the cake. Thank you for watching and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.